Supremacy's on the rise, and we can all thank Rachel. Let's dive into the lore of the mating manual, which goes over the lore regarding the many races that exist within my mangas, which is key to understanding why certain characters end up believing the certain things that they do, like why Polly hates Brimbor. But anyway, back to dragons. Within the second dragon haven of Castellan, which is located in the region of Mount Moltra, next to the other dragon haven, you, as a non-dragon, might run into some issues in terms of being considered a second-class citizen. Because of the Wombo Combo Draconic Safety Doctrine, which says you as a non-dragon parent have no rights to your kids, and the Hatchling Safety Doctrine, which says as a pregnant individual, you cannot leave Castellan once you come in. And it's all because of Rachel right here. It's thanks to her that really fueled a lot of this anti-draconic policies that happened within Castellan. Because the propaganda machine's really good whenever you give it a headline such as "Non-Dragon Gets Pregnant by Dragons to Sell Their Babies and Corpses Off for Money." Which is accurate, because she did sell the baby corpses if she had an abortion to basically the black market, and also just kind of peddle the children once it popped up to the black market for components. Even though Castellan's a protectorate of Mount Moltra does not have these same strict policies in place. That's because Castellan does have some level of sovereignty, because this is Mount Moltra's power structure, and as you can see, Mount Moltra Castellan rep does actually sit in Castellan, so if a divine doctrine or a doctrine from Mount Moltra is passed, it can end up being pushed to Castellan with no real way to fight back. What about this dragon version of the Triple K was I talking about earlier? Well, let's talk about Dragon Rebirth. This is a movement started by the ancient dragon Sekrobarl. And he was around when the original Mount Moltra was in place. And whenever the dwarves kind of came into Mount Moltra and Igni was like, hey, we're going to do a split capital and 70% of the dragons up because we're not sharing with dwarves. His main thing is, Mount Moltra is ours, we should be taking it back. But red dragons already know they're not going to be able to beat Igni, the spirit of fire and metal, basically one of the gods of this world, because the so-called god of red dragons already brought him to the brink of extinction once when they tried to run some fades. So instead, they want to push policy. Over the last 50 years, they've been able to gain incredible traction with juveniles and young adult dragons. At first, when this organization was founded, it was very performative. But over the last 5 years, non-dragon settlements have experienced an incredible rise in violence. Non-dragon residents within dragon majority populations have faced an increase of 23% against crimes of them. But just to show you how severe things are getting, I'm going to read you something from the last Dragon Rebirth conference that Sekrobarl gave. Dragons' lives are too valuable to waste on the front lines of this re-seizure of our land and culture. We must make the Scaleborn, Drakeens, earn their